What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Dirty Talk Vegas, where we talk to the bold,
Stories unfold,
from the young to the old.
and nothing's off limits to be told.
I'm Essie Love, aka Tornado Head. I'm always keep your head motherfucking spinning.
And it's girl Carlucci. You can talk to me about your coochie or whatever else you have on your mind, especially if it's Gucci.
Hey, not the gooch. All right, everybody, welcome back. So blessed to have you guys here with us on this Monday night. Hopefully, you guys made it through the weekend all right. Party too hard, some of us. I know I did. It's a long weekend. I had it off. Cat Williams was in town. All those that had a good time, say hey.
You know, I definitely had a good time. It was your girl Carlucci's birthday. I took 41 trips around the sun.
Pisces in the house. Woo, woo.
41 trips around the sun. Pisces season. It's the end of our season. We're moving into Aries, but that's all right because we didn't had a beautiful time in the sun, a beautiful time in the water. You know, Pisces doing it like two mermaids. We just been going with the flow. It's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
That's what's up. You went to a country concert, right?
I had to do it for the Black Cowgirls. You know what I'm saying? I had to give my people a little lesson too, because they was looking at me sideways like, oh, okay, Carlucci, you want to do a Western? I was like, well, first of all, in case you guys didn't know, brown people were the first cowboys in America. So a little history lesson for that ass, just in case you didn't know. Be loud and proud and I definitely was. I was loud and proud as my little cowgirl get up this weekend.
We definitely wasn't the first one singing like this, and I just won't sing around. Okay, we weren't the ones.
Actually, we were.
No, we weren't.
Actually, we were.
No.
If you want the full lesson, we're the ones that created country, blues, and rock and roll. So holla at your girl.
We wasn't singing like that. I don't give a fuck what you say. We were not singing like that. Nobody singing like that.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Okay, apparently Canelo wants to be on this episode. Canelo, that's why he be in the kennel during recordings, but I forgot to lock him up tonight. He wants to be on camera.
It's all good. So tonight we were supposed to have an extreme entertainer guest tonight. Fucking savage. Such a fucking savage.
I know, that's why I had the girls out. I was ready.
Girl, he's an exotic dancer and he was supposed to come on. Problem is, a lot of time I forget to tell my guests we're on Pacific time. We on that West Coast time. So, you know, a lot of times they're on the other side of, you know, the states. And so, like, it's a 2 hour, 3 hour difference depending on where they're at. So I think there was some confusion there. And that's kind of what happened. But with that being said, I wanted to bring in the story about Chris Brown's concerts. He's been having a lot of controversy at his concerts. One, for always putting his hands around his guests when they're at his concert. And like people are like, oh,
why? We like that. Why y'all be acting like you don't like that?
Exactly.
Liars.
But you know, after the
Rihanna, you love it. That's why he does it. Don't try and play.
But you know, after the Rihanna case, people are like, you don't need to be putting your hands nowhere on a woman that, you know.
Hey, Chris Breezy, if you watching this, you can put your hands all over me, boy.
That guy. I don't think I want Chris Brown's hands on me. I don't know. I'm just not.
I want him on me. I want him on me.
And you know what? Like, even when, like, people are giving, like, lap dances and doing that weird shit, like, it's okay to do it, but just don't be over dramatic with it. And so, like, that brings me to the story of the girl that went on stage and she got a lap dance from Chris Brown. And he seemed to be, like, over the top with it. Like, he was doing the whole, like, super banging her, like, you know, the extra, you know. Oh, dang.
But that's what you want. That's the whole point of going up on the stage. Why she go up on the stage if she didn't want that?
Okay, maybe she thought he was just going to serenade her and do, like, the whole sweet.
No.
You know, Usher is very sensual and seductive with his.
You went to Chris Brown.
I know. I mean, same thing though, right? I suppose.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's like trying to say Maxwell and fucking Tyrese is the same thing, and they ain't the same thing. Just because they sing slow it ain't the same thing. Tyrese is gonna do a whole goddamn strip tease for you where fucking Maxwell might tell you the fucking square root of pi. It's like, what the fuck? Like two different things.
Stupid. Okay, so long story short, her boyfriend broke up with her over this lap dance. Like, what the fuck?
Where's he at? Where's he at? So I can tell him to his face so I can give him a real Carlucci. Weak.
And I feel like this is something my ex would have done. So like maybe this is like one of those moves that, you know, certain guys do because I'm
Weak
just like
motherfuckers,
any excuse to just
you
not.
mean weak motherfuckers. You mean weak. Because let me tell you something. There ain't no way, let's say your man goes on stage and like, I don't know, Beyonce gives him a fucking last. I'm gonna be hyping you from
I'm
now
not
until
hyping you, but I'm just
nobody's
gonna be like,
ever gonna
okay.
go any place with me and you, babe, and not hear the story about how Beyonce fucking raped my man. I'm gonna be telling everybody. I'm gonna be so proud. I'm gonna be like, guess what happened last week? Me and Babe went to the concert. Beyonce picked my man out the crowd.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Like, she picked my man.
She coming for my man. I'm already knowing.
I'm gonna be hyping him. I'm gonna be hyping. Like, a real woman is gonna hype you. Or a real man is gonna hype you and be like, yes, babe, he fucking wanted you, but you're mine. Secure attachment.
And she coming for my man.
Why you eating those peaches though?
It's for later. It's for later. It's for later on edition. But no, I'm pretty sure she would come straight for my man too, and I'd be like, "You would come all the way over here, bitch. How you fucking see him? Well, how can you miss him for one? But yeah, but I don't think I would be like bragging and ecstatic about it, but I would just be like, damn. Ugh.
Really? You wouldn't be bragging
and
ecstatic about it if you're fucking...
No. Because
hater.
I know he's gonna enjoy it, and then I know he's gonna be thinking about that shit for hella long, and then there's gonna be times where he's with me, he might reminisce on that shit, and I'm gonna be thinking, you better not be thinking about Beyonce right now, motherfucker. Like, that's what
Are you kidding me? Because when Chris Brown picks me out the crowd later on that night when I'm making love to my man, I'm not gonna be like thinking about Chris Brown. Yes, I am.
Yes, and I don't want you thinking about Beyonce when you're fucking me.
Yes, I am. Think about Beyonce. Think about that bitch doing everything she did to you on stage and then do all that shit that you wanted to do to her to me.
No, that's the whole point of fucking me. You think of me.
No.
I think I'm mad.
Yeah, but that's like the fantasy. That's not the reality. The reality is he's fucking you. The reality is he is fucking you.
I get it, but I wouldn't break up with the guy. That's for sure. I mean, that's a bit extreme. So I just feel like he went a bit overboard. And, you know, to all the guys out there that, you know, heard this story or whatever, like, that's not a good excuse to break up with chick. And I feel like he was already going to do that.
To break up with her, and you was just looking for a reason because, like you said, that's not a good reason. Like, we were
that part, and that is why I said that is something my ex did.
You can't control whatever the fuck the celebrity did or didn't fucking do. Like, that's not on you. You know what I mean? Like, that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I mean, but she was grabbing him by the ass and was like, "Yeah, buddy, bring it on."
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't you though? Wouldn't you? I can't blame him for that.
Hell yeah. I mean, if it was Usher, I was it.
If it was Chris Brown, if Chris Brown put you up on that damn stage, you'd be all about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever, you know. And then another time, Chris Brown was in the he had a fan on stage. She was like, she had her phone out like this, and she was like getting ready to videotape. But then I noticed like she wasn't videotaping because she kind of brought it down a notch, and she was looking at Chris Brown. All of a sudden, he grabs the phone out of her hand and throws it into the audience, like completely like, what the fuck? That's my phone. And it might have been open because I was just getting ready to record. Like, what the fuck? Chris Brown need to check himself on some things. Like, come on now. Like, you need to be a little more respectful of your fans. We don't do that shit. Like, calm down. I don't know what the fuck he's on when he's doing his shows, but he needs to bring it down just a little bit. I mean, have a little respect for your fans. Know that they are there with their man. Maybe don't go too far. Like, you can grind on them, but just don't go too far. You know that's somebody's woman. I think in their mind, maybe it does something to them to know that they got somebody's woman and they're doing this shit. So, like, I don't know. To me,
I don't think so. Like, you think you? Oh my God, this guy won't stop. So this guy's Chris Brown right now. Hey, Chris Brown, calm down with your laptop. Anyways, I feel like you're at a concert. You can't control whatever the celebrity is gonna do. That's not on your girl. It's not like he's mad at her because like she went down on him on stage or something like that. Something to where it's like, oh no, you did it. Like it's your fault. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's out of her control, whatever he does.
But he needs to stick to some general rules with his fans. Like, maybe not stick his dick in their face when he's grinding on them. Maybe like kind of try to, like, how many concerts has there been where like Jodeci, I'm trying to think of who else, D'Angelo,
and like they didn't really.
I'm thinking old school people.
That wasn't their dick.
But like
yeah, like that's like old
Trey Songs. I'm drawing blanks here, but there's
drawing blanks.
But there's other, sensual, sexual concerts, and I'm pretty sure they're not doing all that. Okay.
I mean, isn't that the point of it, though? I'm confused. Like, why did you go to a Chris Breezy concert if that's not what you wanted? Like, you know what I mean?
Usher's been doing it for a long time, and Usher's actually, I can't. Usher begin. Oof. Usher be making me want to get on stage for Superstar. Have you seen his concerts when he do Superstar?
I'm just trying to say, like, he gets it in too. It's not like he's like innocent. He's not like the innocent performer. My point
being, like, he'd be ready to make out with them. I'd be like, oh my God, Usher, stop. You're my man. My point. I'd be getting mad at Usher. You see, I'd be getting mad at Usher.
We ready to fight. Don't get mad at Usher. Do it, Usher, baby.
Like, how you gonna pull her up? I'm saying, do it to her. I'm at home watching you. I can see you.
You should have paid for the ticket.
Girl, that's just like I paid for the ticket. Last time I paid for the ticket, I got all dressed up, I got all dolled up, and I just went overboard on the whole look. I feel like I did too much. I came in late. He looked at me, and I could tell he was mad I came in late trying to steal his shine. Because I had front row seats, and it was like all eyes on me, and he was a little bit mad about that. I could tell, like, I could see it in his face. He looked like, how dare you, bitch, come up in my show late, like you the stunner. I'm the stunner. Continue. And he just went on. And, like, he didn't look in my direction for hella long through the whole show. I was hella like, oh, I fucked up. But it is what it is. And then at the end of the show, he finally looked my way. And then at the very end of the show, I yelled encore until his ass came back out, and he finally came out. He took hella long to come out, though, but he finally came out. So it's all good. But I'll never do that again.
So it works.
It worked. So anyway, we have a story about sugar daddies. For those who have ever participated in this, it's an experiment, and not experiment. I shouldn't say that. It's a experience is what I meant to say. That is different from any experience maybe that you're ever used to, because it's just a nice experience. Like, you always treated, unfortunately, my experience wasn't as great as most people's experience, because I had an asshole for a sugar daddy. He was nice at first, of course, and then he just became a very mean person. One of my friends met him one time, and she was just like, whoa, what the fuck? But I was like, yeah, but wait till you see what he's paying me, but it was cool. Went out to eat all the time. That was my daily routine with him. Just, make sure I show up to go out to eat with him. Went to many different expensive restaurants and tasted all kind of great foods that I didn't like. But, you had a question because somebody wrote in about their experience with a sugar daddy.
Okay, so she writes and she says, I recently went out for my birthday. I met this guy. He paid for all of the drinks for me and my girls that night. And then the following day, he invited me out to dinner. After dinner, he gave me $500. Then I found out he was talking to one of my friends. What should I do? Should I keep my sugar daddy or look for another one? I didn't know how to
Ooh,
answer her. I
you
didn't know how to
fucking
answer
dirty
her.
dog, you. So he basic and see a lot of guys do this. You have to be careful with guys because guys will get close to a chick just to get close to her friend. And you know what? Girls, we need to take notes on this. Get close to the ugly dude because you don't know who his homeboy is. And I've had to learn this the hard way. I talked to one dude, found out his homeboy was fine as hell, and he was such my type, his homeboy. And I was just thinking, golly, why am I dating this one guy when like that his homeboy is like way more my type. But anyway,
So would you do
guys
the
do this
switcheroo? Would you do the switcheroo?
like,
Would you like switch friends
oh, I have
like
before. I've done it.
midstream and be like, oh, just kidding, I'm like not feeling you.
I've done it. I've done it before. It's not a good look, but I've done it, and I was in that relationship for a long time.
Wait, so then what happened?
It was very embarrassing, let me tell you. So I was dating a guy. I was dating a guy. This was a long time ago. I was young. Okay, in my defense, I was young. I was dating a guy, and it was a holiday, and he said, "I'm gonna take you over my friend's house because my roommate, he always tries to holler at my girlfriends, and my girlfriends always talk to him, and he ends up stealing my girlfriend. So I'm gonna take you over my friend's house so that doesn't
Okay.
happen." And I was just like, whatever, like, okay, like I'm not even that type of chick, but whatever. Get to the homeboy's house, and like
He's fine as hell.
he's not even like fine as hell. It's not even about being fine as hell. It was just that, when you match with someone, when you have chemistry with somebody, you just match with somebody, it just is what it is. And I was already having issues with this guy because he was Jamaican and I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Every time he talked, it's like they're talking another language. So I was already
You're
like
speaking
kind of
Petra?
irritated with him anyway.
I can't, you know what? Petra is actually English, but I can't understand a goddamn word they're saying either.
Yeah. And when they're on their phone, it's even harder. So I was already on edge with him. So come time to take me home, I'm telling dude that I'm feeling now. I'm like, look, he gonna take me home, but like you gonna come pick me up because I'm coming right back. Like we kicking it. Like
Oh
this night is
shit.
not over. Yeah. So that's what ended up happening, and he came back and got me, and we dated for like at least 3 years after that. Like we were literally like, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
we were meant to be together. Like I knew that when I met him. Like so it was not like I was just being scandalous. Like I totally felt it. So like if that person like totally feels like, oh, I can really like I'm really feeling this person, that's the hard part when you're already talking. But if it's just like somebody
Right.
who's just like as a sugar daddy, I'm just preferring to pick this person. To me, that's just like I I I I just got in at the circle, and now I want you, or I want you, or like I'm picking who I want. So
That's what I thought when she was saying it too. And also like, her letter goes a little bit more in depth or whatever. She gives a little bit more details. I think like guys always want whatever it is they think they can't have.
mhm,
So like her friend is married. So I think it's like the guy wants like the chase of like the married chick, you know what I mean? And like that girl's single, so it's like she's just too available. It's too
mhm,
easy.
yeah, and also with married people, a lot of the times people like to get into entanglements with married people because they feel that they won't have the drama. They won't have somebody who's always looking for them or, you know, coming for
Mm.
them per se because they know they're married. So it's more like, well, I know I ain't got to deal with all the extra because you already got, something. So when I need you, you're
Good
more
point.
likely to, be around and to come looking for me. So that's why a
Right,
lot of
right, right. I mean, I think, girl, I think my honest opinion, Carlucci's opinion is it's red flags, steer clear. You don't even seem like you're that kind of girl. You seem like you're on the fence about it. So it's like, just find you a real one and don't worry about having a sugar daddy. Like, some girls are meant for sugar daddies and some girls are meant for, zaddies. Get you a
Or
zaddy. Get you somebody that likes you, that really wants to be with you, and also has money to spend on you and like take you places and show you a good time. They're both possible.
yeah,
It
and
doesn't it doesn't always have to be transactional. Like, you could find a dude that actually really likes you.
yeah, and it's an opening too. You got to understand, like everything is an opening to what you want in life. It's like just part of the manifestation. Like, like it's just like dating. Like when you date a guy, and then you notice when you date the next guy, he's a little bit better. And you date the next guy, he's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit better. It's just like an opening. Like, okay, so now you see that you have a guy that, like you tell her, you see that you have a guy that is now going to treat you kind and good. So that just means next time you meet another guy, it's going to be another guy who could treat you even better. And then the next time
Right.
you meet another guy, he's going to treat you even better. Like it's just an
Exactly.
ongoing thing. It's an ongoing cycle. So it's just like opening those doors and those, avenues for you. So I
Well,
always,
manifesting your shit, girl. Keep
yeah,
it pushing.
I always take it with stride. Like it is what it is. That just must mean there's going to be another better sugar daddy that's going to come along. You never know. I might have one that don't ever want to see me, just want to send me some money.
Hey.
So, and
Well,
I've had great
I
guys
think
in
maybe
my.
next time that we talk, we should talk to some sugar babies and some sugar daddies, and see, and ask the sugar daddies why they like to be sugar daddies, and ask the sugar babies, you know, ain't that a little bit of drama just to get some coinage?
I would.
I always feel like it's so much drama to get some coinage. Like, bruh, like, no. If I don't really like you, I'm not trying to link. I'm not trying to hang out. Ew.
Yeah, it's more for like just companionship. A lot of people just want that companionship, and if they can find somebody on a regular to give them that companionship instead of just being like different females all the time because they're not married or they don't have a girlfriend, they don't want a girlfriend. The time and the money that they spend on the girlfriend is the same in time as money that they're going to spend on a sugar baby. So
I
why
know, but it's like 9 times out of 10, you don't really like the sugar daddy, right? Like, it's not like you don't want to marry your sugar daddy. He's not like, oh my God, this guy's so handsome. I can't wait to hang out with him. Like, that's the part I can't understand. It's like, I
not?
really gotta have like a connection, and like, I wanna like, yeah, I wanna like make out with you, and like, like I gotta have that va va
No,
voom. And I
no,
feel like there's no va va voom with sugar daddies. It's just like straight, like, you're gonna do XYZ for me, and like I'm gonna do XYZ for you, and like that's bleh.
that's it. I'm here to spend some time with you, and you can spend some money on me later. When you're ready, just send me the
Well,
bill.
I don't want a sugar daddy, but I do want a daddy. So I'm taking applications. So where you at, Poppy?
Um, okay, send a direct link to girlytalkvegas@gmail.com and send your information. I'm in the mode of, so a friend asked me, why am I single? The other day, a very handsome friend of mine,
Okay.
and I was telling him, I said, people always wonder why I'm single. And he said, well, yeah, why are you single? Because we kick it a lot. We're always talking. We always have a good time. Unfortunately, he has a girl, as most of my friends do. God damn it. But it's so weird. But it's just like, I feel like it's a timing for everything, as I said before. And you just go with the flow, and you just, I feel like when you have came to a place where you are, I don't know. I feel like for everybody it's different because some people, they have people that come in their life and help them heal. Then there's other people who get themselves all the way together, and then they meet that person who's all the way together with them, and so then they come together and they build something even better. So I just feel like it's just like your place and timing, what you need in life, and where you're at. Do you really need that mentally, or are you okay to keep going in life on your own? Like the universe always knows when, and I feel like right now
Hmm.
I don't need that. So I'm just like on the go, 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 go. Like, so nothing
But are
stops.
you putting that out there that like, yo, like I don't need that right now, and so like therefore that's the reason why it's not coming to you?
No, I don't put it out there that I don't need it. I don't even think about it. I'm just on the go. I mean, sometimes you got to be on the go. You don't have time to think about that shit, right?
I don't know.
Because
I'm
if you sit
super
there and twiddle your
intentional.
thumbs and idle about it, like who the fuck wants to be in that mode?
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're saying because like I'm very intentional about it. I'm very
So
intentional.
you're
So
gonna
like
sit there
when I
every
was in
day
when
and
I
be
was in my
like, I
feelings,
want a man. Today I
yeah,
want a
now
man. I want a daddy. No.
I mean I don't say that. I say like to self, like I'm not gonna entertain any company that's not serious. I'm looking for something serious.
I
I'm
don't do that
looking for
anyway.
somebody who wants
Fuck.
to be my life partner and that wants to travel with me and build with me and create an empire and a legacy with me. And like, if you're not talking about that, then I'm not interested. And so, therefore, the universe only sends me people that would be here for my greatest purpose.
I feel like
And I don't
everybody
fuck with nothing else.
I feel like everybody's talking about that's what they want right now. It's like everybody's on this, I want to attract the blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, so does everybody else. So what are we all gonna
Yes,
do?
but what are you doing to attract it? That's what I'm trying to say. You
That
can't
part.
be like, you can't be like, I want to drive a fucking BMW, but I got Kia money. It's like, bitch, get your paperweight up. Get your motherfucking BMW money. I want a high value man, so I'm doing high value women shit. I'm taking care of myself. I'm going to the gym. I'm making sure my mind right. I'm making sure my body right. I'm making sure that tummy's on flat, flat, and that pussy's on what's that? You know what I
That ain't
mean?
gonna
I'm
that
trying
ain't
to
gonna
make
cut
sure
it.
everything is right. I'm trying to make sure I'm right so that when the right person does come along, then he can see that I'm right too. You can't be like fucked up and thinking that somebody good is gonna just like come fucking sweep you off your feet because it's like even if they did, where would that go in the future? Because it's like eventually they would feel resentful of you that you don't have your shit together.
I don't think
It's like
that's even gonna cut it. Because look,
what
take for instance, you have all these I watch a lot of relationship gurus, a lot of the single
okay.
guys that be talking, like you got Stephen Speaks, you have even what's his name before he passed away, the one that nobody can stand, I can't even, oh, Kevin Samuels. A
Yeah,
lot
but he
of
was full of
those,
shit.
yeah, a lot of those guys, they be single, they don't even be in relationships, and I
Yeah,
feel
but
like
that's
the
what I'm saying.
reason.
They be full of shit. I don't take heed in that. I look at people who are in relationships that have been married for 10, 20, 30 years. I try and look at people like that. You have to look at the example that you want in life. I don't try and go off of whoever's just like hot talking because it's like, yeah, anybody can just fucking get up on a fucking microphone and say what's a fucking da 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 da. But it's like, are you living that truth? Do you really know it? I'd be, and as crazy as it sounds, I'd be much more inclined to listen to fucking Steve Harvey than any of those people. He's been with his wife for a fucking long ass time. They together, whether or not anybody else can say shit else, they've been together, raised children together. They have a successful relationship. Whether it's successful on the inside or not, I don't fucking know because I'm not inside of that shit. But from the outside looking in, for all intent and purposes, their shit is together. That's the type of couple that I'm trying to look up to. Like fucking couples that are really, really together. Michelle and fucking Obama. Like those are the couples that I look up to that I'm like, oh, okay, this is who I want to be like. Jill Biden and fucking Joe Biden. They've been together through fucking thick and thin, through all kinds of shit. Like real
Yeah.
relationships. Those
And
are the type of people that you need to look to. Your fucking neighborhood, auntie down the street, and her and Uncle Joe been together for fucking 30 years. Ask her how they kept their relationship together. Everybody wasn't monogamous the whole time. Joe cheated on auntie a couple times. Shit, auntie might have cheated on Joe a couple times. Like, you don't know what the truth of it is. It's not about the particulars of what happened in a relationship. It's about how do you stay together? Because it's like at the end of the day, we all are gonna face trials and tribulation and temptation and fucking all kinds of shit. And like everybody goes through that. But how do you stay together?
yeah, and Michelle Obama talks. She talks a lot about like the drama, the shit that the getting tired and pulling through. Like she keeps it real. That's what I love about her too. Like she's like, it wasn't all peaches and cream. Like there were many times where I was ready to give the fuck up and leave. Like I love her. You know, she's 100. So that's good advice too. Is listen to people who have been in relationships for a long time, have been married or whatnot. So that's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I haven't ever been married, but I have avoided that as well. I did not want to be married until I was older. Like, I completely feel like I manifested that. So, I mean, I felt like people who were getting married early was not thinking it through. I knew that was going to be a disaster, in my opinion. When I saw people getting married at a young age, I was like, that's not going to last. Like, you're too young. Like, that's a bad idea. But I don't know, to each their own. But it seems like a lot of those people got divorced. I mean, some of them are making
I
it
think
in high school, but
I think out of the people that I know, it's probably about half and half. I think like I've literally known some couples, at least two or three couples that they've been together since high
yeah,
school
some make
and
it.
like they got married when they were like 18, 19 years old, and they're still married now and they're like 40, 45 years old, whatever, and like that's a pretty long time to be in a relationship. And then I would say half of the people that I know got married when they were between 20, 25, and then they're divorced now. So I
Mm-hmm,
think it's probably like about half and half.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm.
But what I want to know is like what makes the difference between a successful couple and an unsuccessful couple? Because I think like lasting power has nothing to do with the things that people think that it has to do with. I think that it has to do with other things because most couples that that have been together for 10, 15, 20 years, they've been through some shit. It hasn't been on peaches and cream. It hasn't been, oh, everybody's been fucking faithful and loyal and rainbows and puppy dogs the whole time. It's been hard. They've had fucking
Yeah,
kids, they've gained weight, lost weight, had infidelities, like all kinds of financial problems,
yeah.
you know?
So when I talk to couples that have lasted that long, I always ask them what helps the marriage last so long, and they always have said one of the biggest things they have said has always been open communication. Like just
Mm,
open communication. They were just like that was like one of the main things, and just keeping it fresh, like open
mm.
communication and fresh. Like those were two things that they said, because they always said they went through a lot of different things, but those were two of the main things. Just like, okay, good advice. Just keep it fresh. Keep it open communication. Yeah, hopefully
I
it.
mean, it sounds like something so easy to do, but that's something really hard to do is to always keep it fresh with your partner, especially after you have hit a routine. Maybe you guys have two or three kids together, and you got to do some shit has to happen every fucking week, and it's like, yeah, it's not fucking fresh. We know it's fucking Thursday. We're gonna have meatloaf. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
so
hard if
I
it's a
feel like
regular
yeah, that's
relationship.
really hard. Right, and then open communication. People fucking be faking the fun constantly, constantly. So
And
I must imagine,
women
like,
expect
to be
men to
married to
read.
somebody for.
A lot of times, women expect men to read their minds, and
Mm,
we as women have to realize men cannot read our minds, and we also have to realize that men do not think nowhere near like we do. Like as far as like we'll think something like, you know why didn't he take out the trash? I know he saw the trash when he walked out. Like I know he heard me tell him 5 times to take out that trash, and like we're thinking like
right.
we know that this is what transpired through his mind, because this is what transpired through our minds, which totally did not transpire through his mind. He walked right past the trash and didn't think twice about the trash because he had other things on his mind. Yet we're thinking, now we know you looked at the trash. We know you saw the trash. And in his mind, he didn't even see it. You know what I mean? So things just
Hmm.
on a little level like that, and then like little things like that will bottle up, and then we'll start bottling other things up. Oh, he really don't care. This morning he didn't take out the trash. Then I got home, he didn't even put gas in my car, and then he must be seeing somebody else, because girl, he don't never, and then it's, it goes
Hmm.
on and on and on. And so like I just feel like those little open community, if she would have just said from the gate, I noticed you didn't take out the trash. Did you not see the trash? Did you see the trash? I thought you didn't see it. Did you see it? Like little things like that, just open communication, that would have just stopped all those little thoughts and ended all that dumb shit. So just little
Or even
things
better
like
than
that.
that, just being direct and just being like, baby, from now on, every morning, I want you to take out the trash.
Period.
I'm a cook you breakfast. I want you to take out the trash. Like little things like that. Like
Yeah.
just being straight up. Like
Yeah.
I need you to take out the trash. And then like also though too, like I need guys, I need you guys to help out mentally. You guys do what we ask you to do, but it's like, bruh, we don't want to always have to ask you. It's like you live here too. You know the fucking trash is there. Take
Yeah.
the shit out.
That part too, for sure.
Like we don't want to have to tell you every single thing because almost sometimes it takes more energy to try to tell you to do whatever it is that needs to be done than it does to just do it ourselves. And then we get mad at like, oh fuck, I gotta do everything myself.
For sure.
So it's like we can't be like, expected to like come up with everything that we need you to do too. Like we need you to be proactive. Like, hey, honey, I'm gonna take out the trash today and walk the dogs. Thank you so much, babe.
Period. And
Boom.
that's how you keep the shit funk fresh, y'all. That's how you keep funk fresh.
Keep it fresh.
With that being said, y'all know how to get y'all a sugar daddy now. Y'all know how to keep your relationship funky fresh. You know how to,
how to keep your man.
You know how to be a little more communicative in your relationship. Be a little more open. Speak your mind, per se.
Open up that heart chakra.
And at least maybe you'll think twice about getting on stage with Chris Brown, maybe next time you're at the concert or whoever concert you at.
Chris Breezy, come get me, baby.
Think about who you with first and if they gonna trip or not. Think about if you won't take your phone on the stage with you. Think about all that. Just think about it. Before you get on stage with any artist, think about what just happened in the prior show, y'all. All right? It's Monday night. I want y'all to have a good week. We're short on time tonight because we was waiting on our guests, but since they didn't come, we had to start anyway, and we also got stuff to do. So we are perfect time this
our
week.
male entertainer was Canelo.
Yes, but I am hoping that next week we will have another guest with us. He is an athlete, an entrepreneur, and he is also an associate of mine. We're going to have Las Judah in the house, and he is super sexy. So ladies, tune in with us, all right? You got anything to say before we leave?
All right, until then. No. Thank you, everybody, for giving me everything for my birthday. I love you guys.
All right. Safe sex and paychecks, y'all. Love for all of our love. Bye, guys. Bye, canola.